Hello guys, welcome to another episode of the European Traveler. So after staying 2 nights in Oulu, I'm going to start heading north toward Nordkapp. In this episode I'm going to take you with me on my journey and show you some of the railway sites I visited along the way. I am here in Sweden and you've probably seen the time lapse of me driving here. I've been driving for an hour and a half already and this is Sweden. But this is actually the border between Sweden and Finland, so the border goes right through that river, and over there is Finland. Yeah. The reason why I'm here is actually rail sightseeing. So what's so special about this place that it's worth the visit? Well, for one, it's the only railway connection between Finland and the rest of Europe. So the other connections are only by ferry. And this is the only bridge that connects Finland and the rest of Europe. And this is already interesting, but as you might know by now from my other videos, Finland has the Russian gauge, so 1524 millimeters. I'm sorry I said that wrong in several other videos, but I'll caption it. And Europe has 1435 millimeters. Now you see already this track actually has 4 rails. And the reason for that is that it's actually 2 tracks. Anyway, the one is narrower and the other one is broader. So that narrow gauge or normal gauge trains can cross over to Finland, and the Finnish broad gauge trains can cross over to Sweden and Europe. At the moment, however, there is not much traffic. As far as I know, there are probably 2 trains per day. That's why I'm also not going to show any train video, because I won't be waiting here all day unless there's a train coming by incidentally right now. Yeah. What else? Well, there's an interesting story I've read on Wikipedia about this river, because in 1917 and during the First World War, one of the members of the Tsar's family had her train in Europe. So at that time it was pretty common for noble families or for emperors and kings to have their own trains and travel around by train. Airplanes weren't invented at that time, and even if they were pretty adventurous and certainly nothing for a king or a queen or something. And yeah, the problem was that she was traveling in Denmark when the war broke out, and the only railway connection back to Russia was through Germany. But of course this was impossible to take because the Germans were at war with Russia. And so after 3 years in 1917, they actually measured the ice in the winter here, and then they just laid track on the ice because it was strong enough, and using a diesel engine, if I'm not mistaken, or if Wikipedia is not mistaken, they carried over the whole train in packets of 2 cars. So they I think in total it was 8 cars, and they had to go 4 times over the ice. So that's a pretty interesting story for a remote place like this. I think actually it looks really nice. It's pretty remote from a point of view of Europe. And yeah, I think that's it. I'm going to add some more pictures from here, maybe also from the other side, and then I'm going to add more time lapse of me driving. And yeah, I hope this is interesting to you. Let me know in the comments. Yeah, and interestingly enough, the only source where I could find information about this is the German Wikipedia. In the English Wikipedia there is no mention about this. and also the German Wikipedia relies on a single primary source. So while doing some research and making sure that the things that I said are really correct and I can put the sources in the description, I read another interesting fact, and that is that in 1917 Vladimir Lenin traveled here into the Russian Empire to start the Russian Revolution, what would later cause the Soviet Union to be created. So I think this is very interesting, and this place has a lot of history, also in the numerous wars before and after. And you have to keep in mind that this was actually the Russian border until the Russian Empire was dissolved in 1917. So shortly before I recorded this video, I saw a post on Reddit where people were asking, okay, how is it possible that you can accidentally go over a border, or how is it possible that you do not realize you're going over a border? And I thought this video is a good opportunity to show that. So I'm driving in Sweden right now. I've left the Haparanda railway station and I'm now driving toward Finland. And well, try to spot when I cross the border. Have you seen it? What? No? Yes, we're actually in Finland here already. So let's go back. You see this sign on the right hand side that says Finland? Well, exactly that is the border crossing, and that's how easy it is to get over the border in Europe. All you need basically is your passport, and then you can just head over the border. No border controls, nothing. Personally, I think it's pretty awesome to be able to cross the border that easily. Oh, and by the way, when I crossed that sign, I also jumped ahead 1 hour, because Sweden and Finland are in different time zones. So yeah, pretty interesting, I think. Yeah, the city I was at was Haparanda on the Swedish side and Tornio on the Finnish side, and they both share a common town center and shopping mall and everything, and basically you can just go across the border and do some shopping or stuff. The only thing is that Sweden still uses the crowns, but I guess in border towns like these they accept both currencies, so euros and crowns. And actually in the shopping center on the Finnish side you had clocks telling the time in the Finnish and in the Swedish time zone. So pretty cool, I think. So now I was on the way to the Finnish side of the bridge, and there is a basically level crossing, and I found it pretty interesting seeing the level crossing with the 4 rails, but I did not do a lot of video filming there. First I thought that there would be a train coming because of the lights blinking, but then I realized that this is standard in Finland for level crossings, so they always blink even if there's no train coming. And after that I went to the shopping mall and bought some supplies because, well, the Airbnb I was staying at did not have any food or anything, but you have to bring it all yourself. So yeah, I bought some groceries and then headed for So the street north was parallel to the railway line from Tornio to Kolari, And as I said before, there's not a lot of trains going in this part of Finland, so I did not really expect to do any train photography. But when the train was passing by, when I was on the roads, it was just too tempting, and I tried to catch it, which fortunately was quite easy because the road speed limit is 100 kilometers per hour, and the train is apparently only allowed to go 80 kilometers per hour or so. So I could catch up to it and could take some videos of it. I have just reached the Arctic Circle. Though there is nothing much here, except for this information office, small map that shows that the Arctic Circle is actually a few 100 meters north. And yeah, that's it. But I thought it would be interesting, or well, it's kind of a site and you have to stop, make some pictures. So here's one more short video clip from Kolari Station. It's the northernmost station on this branch. As you can see, a bit of wood. Probably just enough to get over the winter for your home. Other than that, nothing much here. And car train station. Hey, so you made it to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, if you like it, then please like the video. If you want to get notified about new videos, then make sure you subscribe to the channel. And now I've got here the view from my Airbnb up in Muonio for you. You're looking over to Sweden, so the border between Finland and Sweden is right in the middle of the river, and I'm on the Finnish side and looking over basically to Sweden. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and see you next time. Bye.